in, friends and neighbors, or shall I say this afternoon.
Welcome back to the Detroit Tigers franchise on MLB the Show. I'm your host, longtime listener. Be sure to drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and comment below. As you can see here, the Tigers are now 17-13, 30 games into the season. We are one game up on the White Sox, 2.5 on the Royals. It's still early in the year, but we're off to a pretty good start. Feel pretty good about how the way the team is playing. We'll take a look at the calendar as far as some of the stuff that happened after the last game that we played, which was this one, right? Didn't we win 2-1? Anyway, Eduardo Rodriguez picked up a win. We win 5-2 over the Twins. Then we lose to the Dodgers 3-2 and 4-3. Those were some tough ones. But then we got the win to close out the series 5-3. Then we smoked the Pirates 8-0 in game one of just a 2-game stretch, and now we're due to play them again here with Zach Thompson going for the Pirates, who has pitched well for them so far, as you can see, and Eduardo Rodriguez for us, who has struggled a little bit with that ERA still up around 5. So he's due for a good outing. The only other thing that I will mention is we are now 28 days away from the draft. Our team is picking 11th, and let's just look at the class here as far as let's go here to MLB Readiness, and then really we only need to kind of focus on the guys that are the accuracy is already up a little bit. So Dale Cash, we are in the process of scouting him right now, a 19-year-old left fielder that so far from what we've seen, this guy could have a lot of potential. Looks like he's going to be a pretty decent hitter, has really good speed. The arm is suspect, but he's a guy that could end up being a pretty nice ball player, and he's only 19. Then we come down here, there's Jonah Perez, 22-year-old first baseman, looks like a potential. The dude is going to be a pretty good hitter, and he's a switch hitter. And with Miguel Cabrera leaving, I wouldn't mind having another first baseman come into the fold, and maybe we consider putting Torkelson either at third or in the outfield on a more permanent basis, but we'll have to see. This guy does not have an arm, but he does have a decent glove, and it looks like he's going to be a very good switch hitter, 22 years old, so that's a potential pick if he's there for us. Steven Hanson, a center fielder. I'm not going to go too deep into these because we'll see these during the draft. Steven Hanson, Brandon Webb, a closing pitcher that even though I generally don't like to draft relief pitchers, at least not in the first round, this guy might get consideration. He's only got a 3-pitch mix, but it's fastball, changeup, and slider, which I can live with. And he's got decent velocity. The control is a little bit suspect, but the strikeouts and hits per 9 ratings look like they're going to be really good, and he's only 18. We definitely need relief pitching, so he's a guy that's potentially on the board. And then another closer here, a starter that's maybe a year away from the majors, and then we've got a couple more closers with high-end potential. These are blue-chip guys that should end up being really good, but maybe not Major League ready just yet. Then a starter, then another starter, reliever, closer. So a lot of the blue-chip guys this year are pitchers. There's another starter, one shortstop, but this guy is so far away from Major League ready. It's ridiculous, and it looks like he's never going to be a very good offensive player. He'll be a decent hitter at best from the looks of things. Like, I don't understand why this guy is considered a blue chip when it shows, like, the column on the left is their current, and then where we scouted actually has them higher. I don't know if that means that, like, that's their potential or exactly what that means. But anyway, I think scouted is like what we see as their potential. And the fact that this guy's only going to be about an average, a slightly above average contact hitter and an average power guy with average fielding or slightly above average fielding, I just don't know that this is the kind of guy we would waste a first-round pick on. And we already have O'Neal Cruz, so another closer. And, you know, these guys are all so far out from the major leagues that they're probably not even that worthy of note. But nonetheless, there are some guys there that, you know, have potential. I'm really liking the idea of that first baseman because it looks like that dude will absolutely rake, and we could use him almost right away. Like, we could give him 1 year to develop if Miguel Cabrera comes back. If not, you know, if Miguel Cabrera does not come back, he might be the kind of hitter that we can just plug right into the team. Maybe give him a few months in the minors to try and get his feet wet and then call him up, but we'll see. Anyway, that'll do it for the intro to this one. Let's head on out to Comerica Park and see if we can take down the Pirates to finish off this 2-game stretch.
Thanks for joining us.
And here we are in Comerica Park in Detroit. It's going to be the Pirates coming to town to take on the Tigers. And the Pittsburgh squad actually out of the gates playing pretty decent baseball at 14-16. This is a team that is really not expected to do well this season. The Tigers still hovering there in the top of the AL Central race, so they look to keep it going and see if they can pull off the 2-game sweep. And it's Eduardo Rodriguez going to the hill for the Tigers. He is their ace, but has not pitched like it so far this year. Just 2-2, ERA up around 5, and the whip just south of 1.5. They've got to get better numbers from him if they are going to be a contender this season. Starting things off, Ke'Bryan Hayes swing and a miss on a changeup down and away. Nice pitch there for the strikeout, and a good start for Rodriguez. Next batter, Ben Gamel, on a 1-2 pitch to him. It's a slider that he gets him to chase out of the zone. Back-to-back strikeouts, and Rodriguez getting settled right in. He would hold him scoreless, and now we go to the bottom of the first, and we get a look at the numbers for Zach Thompson this year. He's making his 7th start for the Pirates, and he has pitched okay. The 1.36 whip paired with a 3.89 ERA, and Victor Reyes, the first batter, he pops one up on a 2-1 pitch. That's going to be routine, handled it short for the first out of the ball game for the Tigers. On to the top of the second. First pitch to Daniel Vogelbach is a hanging slider. And look at Robbie Grossman's reaction. You think he knew that one was gone? That ball is well into the seats, and the Tigers now trail 1-0 as Vogelbach just crushes this ball, a high towering home run, and it's 1-0 Pittsburgh. Later in the inning, one away for Anthony Alford. He swings and misses a fastball at 93 miles an hour. Rodriguez kind of bouncing back from the home run. Next batter, Michael Chavis, ground ball to short rather. Baez throws it first. That'll do it for the Pirates in their half, but they have grabbed a 1-0 lead thanks to the home run from Daniel Vogelbach. Now we go to the bottom of the second. 2 outs in the inning as Miguel Cabrera, 3-2 fastball misses high, and he's on with a 2-out walk. The Tigers have their first base runner of the ball game, and Jonathan Scope due up. 1-2 pitch to him is lifted into right field, and that's going to be hung up and be caught by Alford at right, and it's still going to be 1-0 as we head to the third inning. Bottom of the order due up for the Pirates. 2 out in the inning now, and it's Ke'Bryan Hayes. That ball back up the middle. Diving stop by Baez is going to throw from his knees, but Hayes runs pretty well and legs out the infield single for the 2-out knock. Take another look at the effort from Baez as he had to go a long way to get to this one. And again, Ke'Bryan Hayes, a pretty quick runner. Not really much of a chance to get him, but you got to love the effort from the shortstop. Next batter, Ben Gamel. He's down on strikes for the second time, as this time it's a fastball up and in to get him, and that ends the inning. Now we go to the bottom of the third. Tucker Barnhart caught looking at a cutter down at the bottom of the zone. Doesn't like the call. That's the second out of the inning. We'll take another look here. Looks like that might have maybe been a little bit low, but when it's that close, you probably need to be pulling the trigger, and Barnhart down on strikes. Now we go to the top of the fourth. Vogelbach again. This time Rodriguez pitches him a little bit carefully. Misses down and away, and it's a 1-out walk. And O'Neal Cruz laces one into right field. Grossman going to field that one, but it's a 1-out single. Now first and second, and the Pirates in business again here in their half of the fourth. Next batter, Anthony Alford, swing and a miss. He's down on strikes for the second time. And now Rodriguez just a out away from stranding those couple of runners, and it's Michael Chavis, 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss at the changeup, and Rodriguez racking up some Ks in this one, but the Tigers still trail 1-0. On to the bottom of the fourth. Robbie Grossman lifts one deep to right field, but this one going to stay in the park, caught at the wall. That would be the first out of the inning, and now we go to Javi Baez with 2 away. It's a cutter down over the middle of the plate. He rips it into the gap in left center field. Short hops the wall. He's going to make the turn and head for second for a 2-out double, and a chance for the Tigers here if they can come away with a 2-out RBI single here in the fourth. And it's Spencer Torkelson, though. Sinker kind of ran in under his hands. Nice pitch there from Thompson. Torkelson has struggled with strikeouts this year, but swinging the bat relatively well otherwise. Tigers just 1 hit through 4 innings as Thompson is locked in out there for the Pirates. On to the fifth. 1 out in the inning for Roberto Perez. Nice eye there to lay off a changeup that misses just low on a 3-2 pitch, and he draws the walk. Now 1 out in the inning for Key Brian Hayes. Ground ball to second. Scope flips to short. Baez over to first. It's a 4-6-3 double play. 2 for the price of 1 for the Tigers, and that would end the inning. Now on to the bottom of the fifth. That pitch right down the middle, and Scope laces one into left, but a diving catch by Ben Gamble out there in left field for the second out of the inning. The Tigers just can't buy a hit right now. Now on to the sixth inning is Vogelbach with 2 away. Routine ground ball there, so they finally get him out. And we go to the bottom of the sixth. Still 1-0. The Tigers still struggling to get those bats going, and they've got 9-1-2 coming up. It's going to be Robbie Grossman now with 2 outs in the inning. He laces one into right field. Again, hit pretty well, but right at somebody. And he's been snake bit, hitting the ball well a couple of times with nothing to show for it. Still 1 hit after 6 innings for Zach Thompson. Now on to the 7th. 1 out, and that ball hit into right field. Alford finally puts the bat on one, and he's got a base hit to show for it. So it's a 1-out single, and the Pirates have some speed on the bases. Now 3-2 to Javis, inside for ball 4, and that is 89 pitches for Eduardo Rodriguez, and they are going to go ahead and take the ball from him and go to the bullpen. He's pitched pretty well. He's not going to get a decision unless it's a loss. Michael Fulmer coming on in relief. He has pitched pretty well for the Tigers. This will be his 11th appearance, and he's got that ERA right around 2.5. First batter he faces, Kevin Newman. Ground ball to short. They're going to go to second, and they do get the out there, although it was really close. And it's now going to make it first and third. Runners on the corners for Roberto Perez, and a nasty slider from Fulmer gets him swinging on one down out of the zone. We're heading to the stretch. Still 1-0. The Pirates hanging on to that early lead that they got thanks to the Vogelbach home run. First batter of the 7th inning is Austin Meadows. Hit hard, but it's going to be backhanded by Hayes, the only guy on the left side of the field, and he happens to be able to make the play. That's the kind of luck that the Tigers have had with the bats today. They are putting it in play. They're hitting the ball hard a lot of times, just not getting the hits to show for it. Now 2 out in the inning. Javi Baez goes up and gets a cutter that was up and away, lifts it deep to right. This ball hangs up and gets out of here. A solo shot for Javi Baez, and a big one, as this game is now tied on just their second hit of the ball game, and that really wasn't a bad pitch from Zach Thompson other than it was elevated. It was away, but a great piece of hitting by Baez to go with it and drive it the other way, and it gets out over that wall in deep right center, and Thompson is done. This deep into the ball game, just 2 hits allowed and 1 run, and he's going to get a no decision. Dwayne Underwood Jr. going to come on, and he has not been very good for the Pirates this year. This will be his 19th appearance, and that ERA still hovering up around 8.5. With 1 away in the inning, it's Torkelson lacing one into left rather on a curve down and away. Not a bad pitch from Underwood, but a nice piece of hitting by the rookie there, and it's a 1-out single. Then Miguel Cabrera gets one right down the middle. That's a rocket into left field. Torkelson moves up to second. Now runners on first and second. 1 away. Now 2 down in the inning for Jeimer Candelario. Chases a circle change down and away out of the zone. Underwood gets it to first for the final out of the inning. We're tied at 1 after 7 thanks to the home run from Javi Baez. And we go to the 8th. We'll see if Fulmer will stay out there for the Tigers, and he does. So Ben Gamble now with 1 away in the inning. 2-2 pitch to him, gets him swinging. That's the hat trick for him. 3 strikeouts in the ball game, and we go down to Brian Reynolds. 2 out in the inning. Diving stop from Candelario. Throws all the way across the diamond to get the speedy Brian Reynolds. Beautiful play there from the Tigers' third baseman. And that's going to keep things all knotted up as we go to the bottom of the eighth. Another look at the reach there as he had to lay completely out to get that one. Tigers going to go to the bullpen again, this time to Aaron Fletcher, who has been just outstanding for them in 14 appearances so far this year. One away in the inning, Victor Reyes, changeup that was left over the middle of the plate. He takes that back up the middle into center field. That ball hit well. He's got pretty good speed. We'll see if the Tigers want to put him in motion. No need, as a 3-1 pitch to Robbie Grossman misses low. That'll move Reyes up into scoring position and make it first and second, one away for Austin Meadows. Next pitch, or actually a 1-0 pitch, comes up and gets him on the shoulder, and that'll load the bases for Javi Baez. Remember, he homered last time up, so a great opportunity for the Tigers here with just one away in the inning, but a nice pitch there, down and in changeup, so hard to lay off of, and Fletcher had Baez out in front of that one, but then Torkelson on a 1-2 pitch, that one was very hittable. He pops it up, and that is a huge opportunity missed for the Tigers, as it's now going to be 1-1 going to the ninth. They stranded the bases loaded. Now Gregory Soto coming on for the Tigers. His numbers so far this season, not very pretty. 11 appearances and 11 runs allowed, or actually an ERA of 11 across that stretch. Now it's going to be Austin Meadows chasing one down into the corner in left field, as that's going to be an RBI or leadoff double to start off the inning from Vogelbach, as he has swung the bat well in this one and has a chance to maybe get that go-ahead run. But with 2 away in the inning now, it's going to be a fly ball deep to center field. Reyes under that one. He's got it for the final out of the inning, and the Tigers able to strand that leadoff double. They go to the bottom of the ninth with a chance to walk it off. It's going to be Cabrera to start things off, then Scope and Candelario with 2 out in the inning. Here's Candelario, a 2-1 pitch. Hit to the left side, a backhanded stop way in the hole, but the throw not going to be able to get him, and it's a 2-out single. Sam Howard now on in relief for the Pirates, rather. Now a 2-1 pitch to Eric Haas is a changeup left right over the middle of the plate. You thought Candelario might try and advance to third there, but with 2 outs, they didn't want to risk it. So we'll see if that comes back to matter. Victor Reyes up next. A 1-2 pitch to him is a fastball up over the middle. Hit into right field. Alford coming in. They're going to wave around Candelario. The throw up the line, and he will come in to score as Perez unable to get the tag on him. A good throw would have easily had him, but the Tigers aggressive there with a chance to walk it off, and they get it done as Victor Reyes delivers that RBI single, and the Tigers come from behind to win this one 2-1 in walk-off fashion. You can see here, this ball was hit in a place where you think Alford had a pretty good chance to throw him out. He's coming in, it's not real deep, and he's got his momentum all going toward the plate, but the throw well up the line, and that was the difference in that one. The Tigers take it 2-1. Javi Baez, player of the game honors. He was 2 for 4 with a homer and a double, as was Daniel Vogelbach, although it was 2 for 3 for Vogelbach, including a walk, a homer, and a double. He had the only run driven in for the Pirates with that solo shot. Hayes hit into a double play. They only had 5 hits and 3 walks for the day. Struck out 8 times as a team. Zach Thompson pitched very well, going 6 1/3, just 2 hits and a walk, but he only struck out 2. And he gave up 1 earned run. Then Underwood came on, gave up a couple of hits, but managed to get out of the 7th. Fletcher pitched well in the 8th, had to escape some danger, but managed to do it. And then Howard got the first 2 outs in the 9th, but then 3 straight hits for the Tigers netted that run that ended the ball game, and he gets his 3rd loss of the season. 8 hits and 2 walks for the Tigers as a team. They struck out just 3 times on the day. You got 2 hits from Reyes, including the game winner. 2 hits from Baez, including the game-tying home run back in the 7th inning. Rodriguez pitched well in this one, 6 1/3, 4 hits, 3 walks. He struck out 6 and gave up just 1 earned. Fulmer, 1 2/3 of perfect ball, striking out a pair. Soto gets the win, giving up 1 hit in the 9th inning, as he improves to 3-0 on the season, but that ERA not reflective of how well he has pitched this year, and the Tigers win it 2-1.
You're with us. A great night for baseball.
And we're not done yet. We're going to go right back out to more action here. It's Comerica Park again as the 9-27 A's look to come in and get a win here against the Tigers, who are playing pretty good baseball. Obviously, the numbers there in favor of the Tigers, but the Oakland A's are definitely a capable ball club, just obviously underachieving early in the season so far this year, as is Spencer Turnbull. He has not pitched well in 7 starts. The ERA still up over 6. The whip is at 1.4, which isn't the worst, but he's got to get the walks under control to command an issue for him. He's not striking anybody out across those 39 and a third innings, just 20 Ks so far. Elvis Andrus, first batter of the ball game, a 1-1 slider, gets way too much of the plate, and that ball is out of here. A great start for Oakland as the shortstop takes this one deep and gone to left field. Just like that, it is 1-0. Oakland out in front on the 5th of the year for Elvis Andrus. Later in the inning, Tony Kemp. First pitch to him is a fastball down and away, and he's going to take that back up the middle into center field for a 1-out single. So not a good start for Spencer Turnbull here. We'll see if he can get settled in and get things under control. Next batter is Seth Brown. It's going to be a fastball, looked pretty good, but doesn't get the call in the outside corner. It's a 1-out walk and make it first and second. More trouble for Turnbull. Billy McKinney now with 2 outs, those runners on second and third. That ball is an absolute rocket, but right at Jonathan Scope. Just knocks it down, able to recover and get the out. So they get out of the inning with just 1 run. But Turnbull, a rocky start as he gave up the home run, another hit and a walk, and then an absolute just laser to end the inning. So we'll see if he can get it together. On the hill for the A's is the lefty Sean Manaea. There's trade rumors that he might end up in San Diego, but we'll see how it unfolds there. He's got the ERA down at around 3.6 through 7 starts, a 1.09 whip. He's 0-4, but he is definitely not the reason why the A's are losing so far this season. First batter he faces is Victor Reyes. That ball not hit all that hard, but it does get down in center field for a leadoff single, and the Tigers with a chance to respond here in their half of the first. Next batter, Robbie Grossman. He goes the other way on a sinker down and in, just kind of inside outs it through the hole, and that is going to make it first and second now, nobody out, and bring up Willie Castro with 1 out in the inning. That's a slider that misses outside for ball 4. That'll load the bases now for Jonathan Scope, and a big opportunity for the Tigers here. 3-2 pitch to Scope with Torkelson rather now with 2 outs in the inning, and he delivers an RBI single. 2 runs actually come in to score. A huge piece of hitting there with 2 outs as Torkelson delivers, and the Tigers get the lead. Now we go to the next batter, Austin Meadows. That pitch is handled into right field, and that's going to make it 3-1. Another run comes in to score. Now first and second, 2 down. Manaea, a rocky start. He's already up around 30 pitches. Next batter, Jeimer Candelario. That's going to be just a soft grounder to short. They'll go to second for the final out of the inning. But the Tigers, great job to respond after the rocky first from Spencer Turnbull. They answer and get 3 runs of their own to grab a 2-run lead as we head to the second. Now 1 out in the inning. It's Chad Pinder. That ball hit deep to left field. Long run for Meadows. Looks like it's going to get out of here, but he is going to get the ball, or make the grab just shy of the track, or the wall rather, with second out of the inning. And then it's Jonah Perez. 1-2 pitch to him is a slider down and away, swing and a miss, and that's what the Tigers want to see from Spencer Turnbull, as he does manage to put up a 0 here in the second. Good job to bounce back after that rocky first. Now on to the bottom of the second. Eric Haas leads things off with a base hit, and Manaea in trouble again. Already at 37 pitches and doesn't even have an out in the second inning. Now 1 away in the inning, and runners all over the bases. It's going to be a ground ball to short. They go around the horn trying to get the double play, but they are unable to get Reyes. A run comes in to score, makes it 4-1. It's an RBI on the fielder's choice, and the Tigers' lead is now 3. Next batter, Jonathan Scope. There goes Reyes. He's going to steal second, and the gas pedal is down for the Tigers as they're going to try and put up some runs here. Actually, that was Willie Castro, not Victor Reyes, with the RBI fielder's choice earlier. But Scope not going to capitalize here. A 3-2 pitch is a ground ball to short. That was a changeup right down the middle, so a missed opportunity there. They get out of the inning, giving up just the 1 run. They trail by 3 as we go to the third. 2-2 pitch to Christian Pache. Fastball up and in, throws him. Strikeout for Turnbull, and he looks like he might be getting settled in here. as the Tigers have given him a 3-run lead. Now we go to the bottom of the third. There's Torkelson swing and a miss on the curve down and in. He has definitely struggled with strikeouts this year. If he can start putting the ball in play a little bit more frequently, we'll probably see that average come up and maybe a few more home runs. Next batter, Austin Meadows. He's down on strikes, and Mania may be starting to find his stride. But they trail 4-1. We go to the top of the fourth. 3-2 pitch is going to be inside for ball 4. That's Billy McKinney drawing the walk with one away in the inning. Then it's Chad Pender. 0-1 pitch to him is up the middle and into center field. That'll make it first and second now. Still, actually with 2 outs in the inning. So we'll see if the A's can get a 2-out RBI here from Jonah Perez. That pitch was very well located down and away. He just pokes at it, takes it up the middle into center field. A good pitch from Turnbull, but a great piece of hitting there by Perez. It's an RBI single with 2 outs in the inning. That one stings. The lead is now 2. Elvis Andrus, remember, he homered earlier, and that was a mistake slider there. He hit it pretty well, but right at Austin Meadows for the final out of the inning. Jonah Perez able to come through with the RBI single and cut the lead down to 2 as it's going to be 4-2, and we're going to the top of the 5th now. Seth Brown at the plate swing, couldn't get the bat off his shoulder there. That was the second out of the inning, and Turnbull trying to kind of keep this thing in check here. Look at the location on the changeup there, right on the outside corner to get him looking. Now we go to the bottom of the 5th. Jonathan Scope up the middle. Nice play there from Andrus. Throws across his body to get him. And this is kind of getting into a stalemate here. It's 4-2. The Tigers lead. But you got to kind of feel like whoever scores next might have the advantage. The Tigers are going to turn to the bullpen here. It's Tyler Alexander making his 9th appearance of the year. And across 22 innings so far this year, his ERA is just 2.05. He has been outstanding, doing really well against both lefties and righties as far as the average against. This one right back to him, a comebacker, easy play here, but he throws it away. It bounces over the tarp there down the right field line, and that's going to put a runner on second now with nobody out. A huge error there. Just an easy play, no focus, and now with 1 out, it's Chad Pender up the middle, and it's going to be an unearned run coming in to score here. The throw will be cut off, and it's now 4-3. The A's trying to claw their way back into this one, and that run really hurts. It should be 2 outs with a runner on first. Instead, it's 1 out, and a run has already scored, and now with 2 outs in the inning, that's going to be a walk to Andrus, and Christian Pache up. A 3-1 pitch to him is back up the middle. Reyes coming in. He's going to try and make the throw to the plate. Here is going to be a close play, but it is going to be safe. And the A's have tied this thing. Tyler Alexander just not getting it done today. And he has seen that 4-2 lead completely disappear. Now Reyes under this one for the final out of the inning. But the A's have tied this thing as we go to the bottom of the 6th. And the Tigers' bats have been quiet for the last several innings. We'll see if they can wake them up. It's going to be Torkelson, Meadows, and Candelario due up. And the A's are now going to turn to the bullpen. It's Paul Blackburn coming on. 3.62 ERA so far this year through 15 appearances. He would shut him down. I guess, I don't know what happened that inning, but obviously we didn't score. And now Tyler Alexander still out there, but that pitch was just absolutely murdered. Seth Brown's 3rd of the year. Alexander continues to struggle, and the A's have come all the way back from 4-1 to take a 5-4 lead here in the 7th inning. And now the Tigers are going to turn to another reliever that has pitched well this year. It's Michael Fulmer. He's got a 2.03 ERA through 12 appearances so far. First batter he faces, Sean Murphy. First pitch. It's a sinker left right down the middle, and that ball is into the bullpen to make it 6-4. And the A's increase that lead, make it a 2-run deficit now. And that is the 4th of the year for Sean Murphy. This is just not going well for the Tigers over these last several innings, and the bullpen letting them down as they've given up 4 runs over that 2-inning stretch. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Tucker Barnhart, ugly swing there. He's down on strikes. Willie Castro now. That ball hit well into left field. And finally, the Tigers get something going on offense. We'll see if they can parlay it into some runs here, as Castro is on with 1 out in the inning now. 2 down for Spencer Torkelson.
nice piece of hitting there, a changeup that was down and away. He goes with it, takes it into right field for a base hit. Now first and second, 2 down. And that would bring up Austin Meadows. A changeup just misses on the outside corner. That'll load the bases, and now this is a must-have situation with 2 down and a 3-2 pitch. Candelario had a changeup to hit there, but swung through it, was out in front, and Kolarek able to escape danger. That was a huge strikeout there, as now we go to the 9th with the A's out in front by 2. It's Cisnero on in relief. Gets a check swing there from Noisy. Couldn't hold up. He's down on strikes. So finally, the Tigers bullpen able to get a scoreless inning of work. But we go to the 9th. It's 9-1-2 due up for the Tigers, and they need a pair of runs. Lou Trevino coming on. He has been just absolutely terrible for the A's. 5 of 8 in save opportunities. The ERA up over 12. First batter, how about a 4-pitch walk to the 9-hitter? That is a pitching coach's absolute worst nightmare. And he puts the tying run into the batter's box in the form of Victor Reyes. He hits it hard, but it's going to be Bride making the play, steps on the bag, throws to second. They put the tag down on Barnhart, and that is a backbreaker of a double play right there. And now the A's with a chance to get out of this. It's 2 down in the inning for Robbie Grossman. He got a fastball to hit there, but lifts a routine fly into shallow left. Andrews gets under it. He started the game with a home run. He ends the game with a putout, and the A's win this one 6-4 on the road here in Detroit. A tough loss for the Tigers as they had the lead but let it get away. Player of the game goes to Sean Murphy. Went 2 for 5 and hit that home run in the 7th inning to make it the 2-run game. They had 10 hits and 5 walks in the day, just 6 strikeouts, so the A's were swinging the bats pretty well. They got 3 home runs on the day from Andrews, Murphy, and Brown, respectively, and then spread the RBIs across 6 different gentlemen in the lineup today. Minaya ended up pitching okay, 5 innings, 6 hits, 2 walks, 4 earned. He only struck out 3, gets a no decision. Blackburn, 2 innings of perfect baseball, struck out one batter, and gets the win. Kolarek gave up 2 hits and a walk in 1 inning, but does get the hold. And then Trevino gave up a walk, but then gets the double play and the putout for his 6th save of the year. We'll take a look at the Tigers' stats as they end up with 8 hits, 4 walks, only struck out 5 times. They got multiple hits from Spencer Torkelson, who had a pretty nice day, and driving in a couple of runs himself. Castro had an RBI, as did Meadows. Reyes, the big double play at the end of the game. Alexander, the error was a big one. A stolen base for Willie Castro, his first of the season. Spencer Turnbull pitched okay. 5 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, 2 earned over 5 innings. Alexander, his worst outing of the season. 1 inning of work. Went out there for the 7th and then gave up another hit before retiring and out. He gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, just 1 of them earned, and walked a guy. Fulmer wasn't very good, gave up the home run. Soto did okay, but a hit and a walk from him before he managed to get out of the inning with some help from Cisnero. The Tigers lose this one 6-4 at home. The pitching lets them down. The bats went silent. That'll do it for this one. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment below, and we'll see y'all next time.
Good evening, friends and neighbors. Or shall I say this afternoon?